CSS battle time. We have circles and squares. So it's possible to do this with, I was going to say, a single element. I mean, we could do this purely with gradients, like the panes. We can do that with a conic gradient, and the black color would be my only solid color, and then I do transparent, and then I do a radial gradient with the blue, this kind of, this blue, and then the circle, and then the blue. And then I would do a second radial gradient with the blue and the circle and then transparent, so it wouldn't cover up everything. And it doesn't look like it matters which layer goes down first. That would work. I don't think I want to do it that way. What I think I'm going to do, actually, I think I will do it that way. What I could do is do a conic gradient and treat this as two elements. So the HTML, it's going to be like in the middle, right? Or I do it at the bottom of it. And then I have a radial gradient and the conic gradient, right? And then the body, I move it down here and just rotate it. So it's the exact same element, just mirrored. And I think that'll work. Same background, same everything. I don't know. Let's see. I hope this doesn't take me as long as the other ones have. So let's go. How do I want to start this? All right. Okay. How do I want to start this so I don't get all confused and gobbledygooked? Okay, let's do it this way. Background. I'm going to say and, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the top portion working. We're going to do a conic gradient first. And it's going to be 3/4 this, 75%, and then that, 0, right? Get that. Ooh. I think we just have to size it. Ooh. Okay. It's going to be 150. Right? Oh, but because I sized it, now I have to position it in the right spot. No, it's 200 by 150. Yeah, it is 200 by 150, but now I gotta... Not a comma. Alright. Okay, I see what I gotta do. Alright. No repeat. Okay, that's what I have to do. Right now I have it at 0, 0, right? So let's position it. If I say 50%, now it's shifted over to the middle. Yeah, I don't want to do it with this one. I need to do 0, 0 here, but I need to do the at over here because that's what will be the best. 100 pixels. Okay, there we go. Let's move the blue over further, 150, 160, 170, like something like that. Let's turn on our diff so we can actually see. It's going to be 190, and this is probably going to be the same. Nope, 200. No. What am I seeing here? Oh, okay, it's too much. There we go, 140. Okay, because the vertical is 150. That's 200, so we need to put it at 190 and 140. And then, so, okay, this second set of zeros, do I need the second zero? Yes, I do. Okay, so those are where the gradient that's sized is in our element. And our element is full screen still. And then the at is where the 0, 0 point of this conic gradient runs. So when we turn off no repeat, we should have our, I'm always off by a little bit here. I just need to shift it over 10 more pixels. Nope. That's 60, 210, 190. Weird. Why am I getting it? Why is it disappearing? Oh, okay, there we are. It's weird that I have to size it up that way, and that's too far. Oh, I gotta move it over. Oh, that's why. That's why we're having trouble here. It is too... Okay, I got all backwards. I keep doing that. I keep missing it by like 10 pixels, and then I have to jumble all those up. Okay, so 190 and 140, just shy of half by 10. And then the sizing, it needs to be 210 pixels, just over half. And just over half on these other ones. Okay. I wonder what that is in... viewport units. Would that be 16 out of 30? I wonder what that is in viewport units, because I don't like how I'm having to do 3 characters for each set of pixels, so I know there's got to be a better, like this is going to be 10M. You know, that's a lot better than, it's one better. It's one better. But these won't be necessarily better with M units, but I wonder if there's VH or percentage. It's just shy of 50% though, that's the problem. So like if we go 48%, nope. That is not working at all. Oh, because you know it's like 90% of the size. There we go. It's not quite right, but it's pretty close. Let's leave it at our... Let's just get 100% before we start getting too crazy here. Alright, let's get our radial gradient going. I think I can just add it on the end. I don't think it really matters on this one. We're going to do blue. 10 pixels. Black. 0, 20 pixels. And then, right? And let's see where it's at. So we're seeing it under. We got to do this one on top. Control X, get rid of the comma, add the comma, and there we go. Yep, a little small, but it's there. All right. At 20 pixels. Okay, something like that. Let's get it moved down, get it positioned, see if this is going to work. Pretty good. Seems decent. Okay. I like percentages because you can get rid of the space. Okay, let's expand this one to our proper height. Looks like 35. Okay. And is this 20? 5? 15. Okay, 55% is not cutting it. And we are, because we're on top, we are overlapping that. Okay. Maybe this won't work. Because if I put it underneath the conic gradient, now the conic gradient, the light blue could be transparent, you know? So what is that? This one? Right? And then this could be light blue. I have to flip them around again, you know, but I could be getting my blue across the screen with my radial gradient. But it is not going to hide the full curve of the radial gradient. I was really hoping it would. And moving it over the 1 pixel or whatever won't change that. Okay. So there's a way to do it. It requires an extra color stop on our conic gradient. What I'm going to do is this is a transparent conic gradient, and this one, this is not. So it's going to be 25% to 50%, and then this will be to 0 to right? Because right now what I'm doing, okay, right now what I'm doing is I'm doing 75% of the dark color. So the first 25%, oh, if the first 25% is transparent though, I don't get the bars properly. I only get a half a bar, so that doesn't work. I might have to scrap the conic gradient approach. Or if I do it this way, instead of flipping them top to bottom, I might have to flip them left to right. That might work. The HTML could be like this left one, and the body could be the right, or vice versa. Let's see what happens. Let's do this. So we have that there. Let's do padding on this one. So right, what if? Okay. So that's 100 down and 100 left and right. Let's do top right. So let's do 0, 200, 0, 0. It's interesting. I'd have to do margin 0 on this too, right? Because that default margin is a bummer. Okay, Now I have too many transparencies on the conic gradient. Let's go ahead and go back to this being the blue. And now it's working. Okay, so let's select our body and rotate it. I'm not sure why. Okay. Oh, I see why, because we flipped it. We flipped it around, so the rotate isn't going to work. Okay. Okay, so let's not rotate. Let's instead variabilize our radial gradient, right? Okay. This is going to become transparent. I think this will fix our problem with that bar. Okay, good. Let's get our positioning right. Oh, this might actually fix everything. Okay. Now it's showing through again. Thought it hadn't been showing just a moment ago. Yeah, okay, so it's not showing there. Is that because of the positioning? I don't think it is. Oh, it's showing because I moved the body as well. The body is what's showing through. So let's get it positioned right. 221 pixels, right? And the body is still sitting at that spot. So if we do a variable, on this, we can come down here and --p for position, and we can do something like 50%, 50%. There we go. Okay, so we're seeing the top body thing showing up. So let's do, it's not 220, it's going to be like 180 pixels. All right, and then 200 pixels. All right, something like that. Let's move it down. This is falling apart from a nice solution to a really bad one. 79. Okay, let's just hit submit. See if we get 100%. I might leave it there. If I could chase these units more easily and have more elegant units, I would like this better. What other ways would be better to do this than just doing gradients? Because that was a lot more work than I expected, and it broke my brain a little bit. It worked, but it broke my brain. Do I still need margin 0? I think I do. Yes, I do. That's a bummer. And then all this padding just to move it over, but you know what, that's okay. The other way to do this. The other way to do this would be I guess you could have, oh man, actually, you know the way to do this is a single background color and then a border, and you have, and then, or actually, you could do a radial gradient like at the bottom or something, and then do a border and have this be one element and this be the other element with that single background. And then you could do, ooh, yeah, that would work. Actually, this would be the HTML, this would be the body, and then this would be a paragraph. And I think that would work out pretty good. My worry if you did just a radial gradient without doing a background on the HTML is that you'd have circles showing up here. I mean, there's ways around that, but that would be it. All right. I'm going to leave this, though. I'm not doing anymore. I got other fun things to work on. But that was fun. It's always fun to chase radial gradients and conic gradients and get the layers and figure out how to make them work when things want to show through. It's a good puzzle, right? Let's just go with that. All right, bye.